Okay, so good morning everybody and once again welcome back in today's class. Today we are on the day number 48. Okay, now let's take a quick recap what we discussed in the last 2 days on the change management. Okay, starting with the change, what is change? Something we want to deploy in production can be addition, deletion, update is considered as a change. The formal process is a change management. We have three type of changes: normal, standard, emergency. Normal means which go each and every step. When I say each and every step means it will go to new state, assessed state, authorized state where only CAB meeting has happened. Then it will go to the schedule. Then it will go to the implement. It will go to the review. It will go to the close. Okay, standard changes are the one which go from new to schedule directly, and emergency changes which go from new to authorize to schedule to implement to this thing review and close. Okay, then we see about the change models. In the change model, or the purpose of model is it is called fit for purpose. Actually, the model means this thing fit for purpose and fit for use means if you want to create your own way to deploy to traverse the change, to navigate the change, then we can use a change model, and that is called fit for purpose and fit for use. This is the principle for this particular change model. Okay, so under that we see three major things. Number one, we see about the change model states. We see model state transition and we see model state transition conditions. Okay, this is the one which we saw yesterday. We created a small model as well, try to create a small model. We traverse with the different states by using a simple change from new to assess to schedule. Okay, and this is the high level picture that how the states will look like for every change. This is for the normal, this is for the emergency, and this is for the review. We also see a change landing page which say interceptor and interceptor, not separator, interceptor and the model page. To activate these two together, we see the two properties that's called the model hide and compatibility. If both are, one is false, one is true, then we will see these two pages together. If both are true, then we can see only the model page together. Okay, now and then we see about the change life cycle. So we see creation and scope, approval is there, implementation is there, and finally review and close. According to what we have done this part, we have done this part, we have done a little bit on this part as well, but still we will do. Now the thing is that even though yesterday we were discussing, but we missed out this concept to be discussed quickly. Whenever we raise a change, a user or the requester must answer the 7R. 7R is the important point or important perspective from the ITIL perspective as well. So if you go here and let's see 7R of change, it says who raised or suggested this change, what is the reason for this change, what it will return to us. Even though we discuss everything in the different form like justification, we see about the planning or the backout plan, implementation plan, risk we have discussed, what resources are required, what responsibility means, whose responsibility if something goes wrong or something goes correct need to be coordinated, and finally relationship. Is this change is related with anybody else as well? Like the way we see yesterday that we can put incident fixed by change, incident caused by change, we can add the problem records as well. So those are the relationship which we have to be do. So if you are working as a change manager, then maybe these are not that question you can put, but you can ask indirectly to the person who is submitting a change that give me the answer of these things, these 7R. If you as a change manager happy and satisfied with that, only then you can proceed further and say, okay, I'm moving this state to the next state for the further approval or the CAB meetings approval. Okay, Now let's come back here on our journey and let's create a new change. Change, click on this and let's take a normal change like this. Okay, we'll go with this flow now, native flow. Okay. If you remember that during the problem management or the incident management, we saw one concept called the assignment rule, right? That if I put any CI here, let's say I'm putting this CI, I want this should auto populate it. Now let me do this way. Click on the save. Let's say what will happen now. Nothing is appearing. Why? Because what was the logic? What was the business rule name? The business rule name was populate assignment group based on the CI and the SO. But here the difference is that for the CI, we are not referring. Okay, let me open that. We are not referring the support group. We need to be refer the assignment group. In the incident, in the problem, it was support group or something else. But here it should be the assignment group. Like we have assigned to, right? So now what we'll do, we'll bring it here. So, sorry, not assignment group, it's a change group. Configure form layout. These are the fields given by ServiceNow out of the box. We need to be just use it. We need to know that what the value should come. See, in the change, the best part or the good part or the important part is that, let me see anything with the group. So these things, let me bring these all four together in there. And bring here. The thing is that in a day, when I was working as a change manager, in a day I got 30 and 40 changes. So you can imagine that in a week I handle approximately 200 changes. It is not possible for me as a change manager to go each and every change and update the approver, that who will be going to be approved. So we can use the change approval policies which we see, or the best part which ServiceNow also recommend, which ITIL also recommend, that use a CI and use this group. So in this I will put, let's say I'm putting this app owner group and save. Now if I go here and maybe let me change the CI to this first. Okay, save. Even though it this CI also don't have any value, but now I'll change the CI to 1 so that we can take our value and click on the save. Now the business rule will run. Same business rule, remember, which we have on the incident the problem table. Auto populate assignment group based on the CI and the SO. Is this something we need to be do it again? Let me try. This, and now I click on the save. देखो आ गया विक्रम, right? So same fundamental, and also remember that this business rule is important from the certification perspective as well. This question can be asked to you, that what is the business rule name which run like this. In the change it take this group, but in the incident it take support group. So remember, this is a difference. The thing is that we as a user don't know that how these approvals work together. So we don't know this out of the box thing. So we have to be understand, and we can tell our customer, hey, don't worry, no need to be right even the change policy as well. No need to be right anything else. You can just use this part and it will be done. So now if you run this particular part, the first approval will go to this particular group as per the change approval policy that we will see. Okay, clear on this part? Doubt, question? Okay. Now, if I come back here and let's raise this change. Okay, let me put this change. Okay, ठीक है, ये रखते हैं वाला रखते हैं, ठीक है, LNG, and let me put let me show you something new concept now. Okay, go to schedule. I am intentionally putting the back date. Even though in the normal change it is not allowed, you can put the back date. Back date is allowed only and only in the emergency changes. Now I tell you the example. Let's say you're going somewhere and there is a fire. Okay. Will you call to your friends first and discuss about the fire, or will you call to the fire brigade first? Definitely to fire brigade first, right? But if you go and if someone come and say, or the fire brigade come and ask, okay, tell me how this thing happened, how many people are this and that, they will ask this question later on. The first task what fire brigade has to overcome this fire quickly, as possible as quickly. That is the reason in the emergency changes we can go the back date, because पहले काम करना जरूरी है. Recording तो हम कर लेंगे, records तो बाद में generate हो जाएंगे. This is very important from the emergency change perspective. In the emergency change as well, practically I'm telling you, in the emergency changes as well, even though how the approval work, maybe what happened like a day with me, it was a weekend, Sunday. Okay, so one of my friend called me, Atul, we are doing some production deployment and it has failed. We need to be raise emergency change. I said, okay, good. Now everybody know that for the emergency change, we need an emergency cab only. It means I need to be called to my counterparts as well from the on-site and say, everybody here, everybody please come on the call and let's discuss about this change. It's a weekend evening, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and definitely people will not available. Then I as a change manager has a full authority to approve this change on the SMS as well. I have full authority to say on the call, okay, go ahead and just put this line in the chain that it has been approved by Atul over the phone at this time. And they will deploy this change. So what they will do, they will deploy the change first and then they will raise this change later on. क्योंकि पहले क्या है कि पहले fix करना जरूरी है, not the records. But if you are deploying any change without telling anybody, then it is not emergency change. Then it is called the unauthorized change. जैसे बच्चे करते हैं, right? Let's say I have a cookies at home. Me and my wife are sitting in the room and we are doing our work. Our kid came, they opened the box, they eat 2 cookies. And when he asked, hey, and they did not tell us that they had cookies. This is the unauthorized change. Unauthorized change also happen in the emergency change type only. So I'll show that part as well. We have a topic on this. So as of now, what we are going to be discussed, let's come back here. So I'm putting this date. And let's say I'm putting this future date. Okay. And save. The concept we are going to be discussed is called the maintenance schedule and the blackout windows. Okay. So now you can see conflict is there. And let's say what is the conflict here. Not in the maintenance window, inside the blackout window. What is the difference between these two? अतुल नाम तो similar से ही लग रहे हैं. ठीक है. To deploy every change in the production system, there is a window has been defined. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप कभी भी जाके डिप्लॉय कर दो चेंज को. ठीक है. Like if I say in a day-to-day example, Let's say you want to be update your Aadhaar card numbers or Aadhaar card details. So there is a time slot every day that you can reach to the post office between 10 to 12 to update that. That is called inside the blackout. Sorry, not in the maintenance window. Look, wait. Let me change the example. चलो ठीक है ऐसे ऐसे बात करते हैं. Blackout window means, in a simple word, when there is no change allowed during that window. If you know you're working in the industry, you know there's a change freeze happen in the month of December and in month of April. In April during the Easter and month of December during the Christmas. What they say that during this period, I will not deploy any change in the system so that my system should not impact it and everybody can enjoy the holidays as they want to enjoy. This is called the blackout window. But अतुल ऐसा थोड़ी ना होता है. Yes, ऐसा नहीं होता. Practically ऐसा नहीं होता. Then what to do? If you want to deploy a change in the blackout window, you may need exception approval. अब जैसे कोविड था, ठीक है. During the COVID, everybody know that it was a complete lockdown. Are you allowed to go outside during that lockdown period? No. That is called blackout window. Ki 9 to 5, nobody is allowed to go out. If you go, you may get penalty. If you go, you need to take a special approval from the authorities. That is called the blackout window. Now, not in maintenance window. You can go between 5 to 6 only. So it means you can deploy a change during the 5 to 6. But if you're deploying a change after 6 o'clock or before 5 o'clock, then it is freeze nahi hai, but market is open. But the shop which you want to go to buy, that only open between 5 to 6. So अगर आप 5 से पहले जाओगे तो भी नहीं काम होगा, 6 के बाद जाओगे तो भी नहीं काम होगा. Between 5 to 6 you will go. In this window we deploy our changes. So अभी problem क्या आ रही है कि this change which we are raising it, this is outside the maintenance window. इसका जो slot है वो maintenance window से अलग है. इसलिए वो कह रहा कॉन्फ्लिक्ट है भैया, मैं अलाउ नहीं करता. सिस्टम कह रहा आई एम गिविंग यू द वार्निंग. You are more capable, you are more intelligent than me. Take a decision wisely. It is not going to stop you. System आपको रोक नहीं रहा है कहीं भी. They are just telling you this thing. This conflict है भैया, देखो ध्यान से देखो conflict है. If you want to see more, click on this. Check conflict. Again check करेगा, वो पूरा देखेगा कुछ है तो नहीं मेरे पास और you can click here and do we have anything called the conflict, enable conflict scheduling message. Now you will get a message as well. देखो जैसे है ना ये मैसेज अब आया. Click on the scheduling assistant. What scheduling assistant will do? It will go and find out the next available slot for you for the 90 days. बोलो नहीं 90 days तक कुछ नहीं, क्योंकि आपका जो window है that is still in the either in the maintenance outside maintenance window or in the blackout window. ठीक है. Now the question come अतुल, how this thing come in the picture? हम इसकी बात करते हैं. इनका फंडामेंटल सेम है, दोनों का फंडामेंटल सेम है, बस टर्म अलग अलग है. ठीक. नाउ कम बैक हियर एंड सर्च फॉर द एंड ओपन दिस. मतलब ये वो है, इनका खाना पीना रहना दोनों सब सेम है, बस इनकी सरनेम अलग अलग है, सेम तरीके से बनते हैं. So open this blackout window. Let's say I'm going in the blackout window schedule. A blackout window. Time zone, which time zone you want to be done? Generally we do for the floating, means everybody can, as per their timing zone, it can be fitted. Now this is important. It says on which particular component you want to put a blackout window, means किस चीज को चेक करे. You want to put on the service level. कि अगर कोई चेंज एक्स सर्विस पर जा रहा है तो ब्लैकआउट विंडो चेक करे, या अगर कोई चेंज ही जा रहा है पूरा का पूरा इरिस्पेक्टिव किसी भी सर्विस पे जाए तो चेंज करना है, या फिर एक पर्टिकुलर सीआई क्लास पे चेंज करना है, दैट यू आर नॉट अलाउड टू रेज अ चेंज और यू आर नॉट अलाउड टू डिप्लॉय अ चेंज ऑन द कंप्यूटर क्लास ड्यूरिंग this time window. So if you click on the service, you can put the class. Let's say I am putting the service. देखो ये service portal service name. So I'll put name is name is let's say SAP. तो वो यहाँ से इसको चेक करना शुरू करेगा कि अच्छा अगर कोई सर्विस SAP के नाम से है तो रोक दो. That is the number one part. Second option is a change request. If you see here, it will show the change details. देखो ये जो लेके आया था, it's bringing the अच्छा ये वो भी लेके आया था. Sorry, you are right. My bad. हाँ. So generally what we do in the practical, we put the on the source as a change request कि मैं को change भेजना ही नहीं है कोई भी. Irrespective of the condition, I don't want to be put anything. Or CMDB class that I want to deploy this blackout window on the particular class only. So now if a user select any CI here, in the background it will go and check about the class and then it will show me this thing. So by default we put on the CMDB CI table कि भैया इसी पे ही कर दो पूरा का पूरा, मुझे तो इस पे ही चाहिए. और you can select the specific class as well. Let's say computer. Now if you deploy any change on the computer class, it will show you the message. And now I click on the save. But अभी क्या है? We just created a schedule, not the scheduled entries. कि काम कब से कब तक करना. So if you come back here and you see, देखो, to be any other field to be bring it here, target CI, नहीं ठीक है रुको. अब क्या है, अब इसका शेड्यूल क्रिएट करते हैं. मीन्स which time period to which time period I am not allowed to raise it, deploy a change. रेज आप कर सकते हैं, डिप्लॉय करने से पहले आपको ये एरर आएगी. ठीक है. So now we'll go and create a schedule entries, and we remember the schedule entries we did in the SLA as well. Click new. Same concept है यहाँ पर. LNG. Type this. PC. This blackout window will start from the 6th of March from 6 o'clock between, let's say, 00 of 6th of March. मतलब कि सुबह 6 से शाम को 4 बजे तक एक ब्लैकआउट विंडो शेड्यूल रहेगा. ठीक है. ओके. डू यू वांट टू रिपीट इट? यस. डेली का ही शेड्यूल रहेगा मेरा. एवरी डे? यस. रिपीट एवरी one day? I said yes. Repeat until you can put your day, like 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, you can put it. So like if I'm putting it, let's say May, and submit. It means if any change will be raised on the computer class and need to be deployed between 6 to 16, then I'll get an error message. You want to see? Let's say कंप्यूटर क्लास थी ना हमारी, कंप्यूटर क्लास थी LNG करके, राइट. ये थी. ठीक है. We'll go here and we'll change the dates as well. So we'll go for today. Let's say today 5:40 से, हाँ अभी 5:40 है ना. अब इसको हम क्या करते हैं, go today. I'll show the example for 5:58. ठीक है. Now click on the save. Let's see what happened now. It's going back. It's checking the conflict in the background. ठीक है. कॉन्फ्लिक्ट अभी भी है. चलो ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं है. लेट्स सी. बट हमारे वाला कॉन्फ्लिक्ट नहीं है. करेक्ट? अंडरस्टैंड हेमा? हमारे वाला कॉन्फ्लिक्ट नहीं है. क्यों? क्योंकि हमारे वाला ब्लैकआउट विंडो नहीं है. क्यों? हमारा ब्लैकआउट विंडो 6 बजे के बाद शुरू होता है. नाउ इफ आई चेंज इट दिस टू 5 की बजाय मैं 7 कर देता हूं. एंड नाउ आई क्लिक ऑन द सेव. देन माई ब्लैकआउट विंडो ऑल्सो कम इन द पिक्चर. देखो हमारे वाला ब्लैकआउट भी आ गया. क्यों? क्योंकि वो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट कर रहे हैं इसके साथ. मेंटेनेंस विंडो इज द रिवर्स ऑर्डर. सो द सेम थिंग, go here, maintenance schedule. Both are coming from the same table, different table, CMN, but extend from the CMN schedule and CMN schedule. अब इसमें सेम कंसेप्ट है, बिल्कुल सेम, नथिंग हैज बीन चेंज. सर्विस रिक्वेस्ट और CMDB आप पुट कर सकते हो और आ जाएगा. नाउ द क्वेश्चन कम, अतुल हाउ इट इज बी चेकिंग. देखो जो ये कॉन्फ्लिक्ट का मैं इसको रिपीट करूं या नहीं करूं, एवरीथिंग इज सेम. Same schedule, same timings, we can do it. Hima, okay, or shall I repeat it? Or
Yeah. No, I just have a question.
Sure.
Are the rules also dependent? I
Yes.
saw something called rules.
I'm coming to on that part.
Oh,
Everything will be same. It will be go for this CMDB CI service request, and then you'll get option for the schedule as well. Everything will be same.
okay.
Now the question come, how this run? If you see this, not in maintenance window, inside Blackout window, CI already schedule, and all the things will be there. In the change, we have another property as well, and this time we called as a change conflict property. Let's see. Actually जो conflict का concept है ना, it is very tough to be understand in that depth, क्योंकि ये तो आपको सिर्फ दो दिख रहे हैं अभी, inside not in maintenance CI schedule, but इसमें 7-8 टाइप्स के चेंजेस होते हैं. 7-8 टाइप्स होते हैं conflict डिटेक्ट करने के. ठीक है? How this thing run, plus the point is that how it will run only on the primary CI, या वो इनको भी कंसीडर करता है, अफेक्टेड CI को भी. लेट्स से आई एम रेजिंग अ न्यू चेंज, सॉरी आई एम एडिंग अ फ्यू मोर वैल्यूज. क्लासेस सर्वर, ठीक है. लेट्स से आई एम एडिंग ऑल 46, ठीक है. नाउ व्हेन द कॉन्फ्लिक्ट विल रन एंड लेट्स से क्लिक सेव. And let me change the dates as well. Let's go a little backdated so that I can show you something more in that part. And save. If any change is on this particular CI, that is also issue. Sorry.
Bless you.
Now you can see. My change is conflicting with the many changes. See, parent not in maintenance window. अभी नए टाइप का चेंज आ गया हमारे पास, नए टाइप का कॉन्फ्लिक्ट है. ठीक है. पेरेंट इनसाइड द ब्लैकआउट विंडो. These are the things which has been very complicated in the background to be understand. कि मतलब क्या इनका, कि the change which I am raising it, the change I am raising it, the CI I am putting it here. See, ये CI. इन CI के जो पेरेंट है वो ब्लैकआउट में है या वो ब्लैकआउट के बाहर है. अब देखो कंप्यूटर सर्वर क्लास जो है उसका पेरेंट क्या है, कंप्यूटर क्लास. ठीक है. ये CI नहीं है, लेकिन इसका जो पेरेंट है कंप्यूटर क्लास वो ब्लैकआउट विंडो में आता है, तो वो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट देगा. एंड हाउ इट गेट बी डिसाइडेड, डिसाइडेड फ्रॉम दिस कॉन्फ्लिक्ट प्रॉपर्टीज. मतलब कि इट्स लाइक अ वेरी टिपिकल थिंग्स टू बी अंडरस्टैंड. I will see that I have some document or something there with me, not document, some text is there which explain this part very clearly, that how these things run. Okay, so they say when checking the change conflict, check against blackout window. Do you want to be check it with the blackout window as well? Yes or no? When checking change request, check falls within the child CI blackout window. कि मतलब कि आप सिर्फ इस क्लास को लेना चाहते हैं, इसकी चाइल्ड उसको भी लेना चाहते हैं. I said no, don't take child as well. Just check the normal one. तो ये है पेरेंट CI. पेरेंट्स को नहीं चेक करना मुझे. तो when checking the change request conflict already scheduled for the same CI. क्या मेरा change already scheduled है? That is when we are getting these options. See these conflicts. ये if I remove this, ये रहा. ठीक है, मेंटेनेंस विंडो पे चेक करना नहीं करना. एंड नाउ लेट्स सेव इट. एंड नाउ लेट्स रीलोड दिस. मे बी माई कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स विल गेट लेस नाउ क्योंकि मैंने ऑप्शंस हटा दिए. अभी भी दिख तो रहे यार. लेट मी रन दिस चेक कॉन्फ्लिक्ट वंस अगेन. अब देखो इट हैज बीन रिड्यूस ओनली 5 क्योंकि प्रॉपर्टी चेंज हुआ तो उसने चीजों को कॉन्फ्लिक्ट में चेक नहीं किया. सो दिस प्रॉपर्टी पेज इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Where you want to put it? So maybe I can say affected CI. Yeah. CI conflict check mode. Basic mode check only the CI. Advanced mode check the entire affected CI as well. कि आपको सिर्फ मेन CI चेक करना है ये वाला या फिर आपको एडवांस भी चेक करना मतलब सारे चेक करने हैं. सो इफ यू पुट द बेसिक वो सिर्फ एक पे चेक करेगा बाकी किसी पे चेक नहीं करेगा. बट आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स वी यूज द एडवांस एज वेल. ठीक है. देन automatically include business or application service related to the CI in the conflict. कि इस CI का जो बिजनेस सर्विस एप्लीकेशन सर्विस है आपको उसको भी चेक करना है. देखो यहाँ पर भी आ गया ना इसकी सर्विसेज यहाँ आ गई. इन CIs का जो रिलेशनशिप है किसी सर्विस के साथ दोज आर कमिंग हियर. तो इनके साथ भी चेक करना है. आई सेड हाँ चेक कर लो. तो बाय डिफॉल्ट इज यस अदरवाइज यू कैन रिमूव इट एज अ नो. जब आप कॉन्फ्लिक्ट चेक करते हो विंडो 90 डेज का पीरियड होता है. Want to check it for the 90 days? Up to you. 90 days, 9 days, 10 days, you can do it. ठीक. So, and logging for the change conflict. It's info warning वैसे आपको कैसा शो करना है. Info दिखाना है, alert दिखाना है, critical दिखाना है. That up to you. You want to show it. I am showing as a notice as of now. ठीक है. But it is not that much easy to check. It is little tough to be checked. When conflict change for the similar changes affected say तो वो कह रहा है कि किस कंडीशन पे चेक करें. Do I need to be pick up only CI or I should pick up the date and time as well, plan start date and plan end time as well. उसके विंडो के बीच में या उस विंडो को ओवरलैप कर रहा है तो I have to be check it. ठीक है. And show this message. Always show no. हमेशा शो करो चाहे कुछ भी हो. We have to be showed. ठीक है. So these are the properties which we have to be do on the conflict and the blackout window. दोनों का कंसेप्ट अलग अलग है बट वर्किंग दोनों का सेम है. मतलब वर्किंग सेम मतलब कि नहीं दोनों को क्रिएशन इज सिमिलर बट वर्किंग इज डिफरेंट. ठीक है. सो मेनली टोटल 7 और 8 टाइप्स का जो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स डिटेक्शन रहता है. इट्स लाइक CI ऑलरेडी इन द शेड्यूल व्हिच वी सी. A parent of CI is already in the blackout window or the maintenance window. Then a CI is in the blackout window, CI in the maintenance window, CI is not in the maintenance window, CI outside the blackout window or inside the blackout window, a child CI in the blackout window. So multiple things are there. So if you enable each and everything here, let's say you enable every property and then create a change and then see the conflict, then you will see that how this be going to impact you. So it depends from customer to customer, company to company. If they're too mature, then they will say, yes, we want to be use the conflict detection. I see the examples on the community where people say, I want to disable this complete conflict detection. I don't want to be sure, but it is not good point. Better, they say, I don't have any CI in my system. So there's no use for me to be do this thing. Okay. There's one more thing which I want to be show you is called the conflict assistant, scheduling assistant, sorry. showing in this window, it should show in the bigger window as well. Is service now remove this or what? No. Otherwise, a window get open, complete window get open, which is will look like a your this thing. What I can say. जैसे होता ना आउटलुक में शेड्यूलिंग सिस्टम होता है वैसा. और मे बी माई प्लगइन इज नॉट फुल्ली एक्टिवेटेड. नहीं ऐसा तो नहीं होना चाहिए क्योंकि ऑप्शन तो मुझे दिख रहा है. डिसेबल रिस्क. नहीं, आई एम नॉट एबल टू सी दैट ऑप्शन. अ विंडो विल ओपन which will tell you that how this assistant will be look like. या तो इसका plugin proper इंस्टॉल नहीं है मेरे यहाँ पर, बिकॉज इफ आई ओपन दिस इट शुड ओपन द विंडो, या फिर यहाँ से मैंने कोई प्रॉपर्टी डिसेबल एनेबल कर दी होगी. उसको देखते हैं. तो कुछ नहीं, असिस्टेंट तो यही कह रहा है. हाँ, कह तो यही रही. Maybe it is a blocker somewhere in my browser, but it will open a window like a this thing. Option भी नहीं है ना यहाँ पे. Yes, प्रॉपर एक विंडो ओपन हो जाता है. Where I go and check it. नहीं ओपन कर रहा है ये. यहाँ पर भी कुछ ऑप्शन नहीं क्या? नहीं, maybe I need to be upgrade or update my, sorry, not upgrade, update my plugin on that particular part, and then I can see in the particular format that how this thing work with me. होना नहीं चाहिए. I'm doubtful कि क्यों हो रहा है. Scheduling assistant. Let me check one plugin. If it's be there, then definitely we can CHEDULING scheduling. Scheduling assistant for the change. Field नहीं, ये भी नहीं है, ये भी नहीं है, ये भी नहीं है. Sometimes in PD it's very tough to find out the things because there's a lot of restrictions available. On call workforce नहीं, ये भी नहीं है. रुको मैं इसको पूरा देखता हूँ. ANT इंस्टॉल में क्या दिखा रहा है देखिए. हो सकता है शायद कोई प्लगइन ही मेरा नीड टू बी अपग्रेड और नीड टू बी नॉट टू अपग्रेड, सॉरी नॉट टू अपग्रेड, अपडेट करना पड़े. अदरवाइज इट शुड शो अ स्मॉल विंडो टू सी एवरीथिंग इज अप टू डेट एज वेल. इसका मतलब इसमें तो कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. मे बी सम ब्लॉकर इज ब्लॉकिंग दिस एज ऑफ नाउ, or possibly some property here and there I disable it. That means another reason as well. Okay, so this is about the scheduling assistant with us. Doubt, question, clarification, then I'll proceed further.
We can proceed now.
Good. Now another part in the change. Let me close this. So what we are doing now, Hema, yesterday we see a lot of concepts in the change, right? And now we are covering this concept one by one.
Okay.
So one is done is the scheduling assistant, which we yesterday saw that how this be coming and created. Now let's discuss about this risk. Okay, how this value is coming and how I can configure it. Okay, in a change, more than the priority, risk matter. Okay, more than the priority, a risk matter. Means, is it worth it to not say, if you are deploying a change, what is the risk behind that? Let's say we as a parents motivate our kids. Hey, you should participate in the cultural programs, you should participate in the sports and all the things. and let's say he participated and it's a dance. Okay, we know that our kid or my kid or your kid is very shy. You always have a fear. Will he do the dance on the stage in front of a lot of people? How he will feel and other things. What are these? These are the risk. And we calculate this risk on the basis of some parameters. सबसे बड़ा parameter क्या होता है? If your kid did not perform anything before this event, then the chances that he may not perform good on the stage first time. क्योंकि पुराना experience नहीं है. Right? Second, maybe he performed earlier, but people did not motivate. Someone laughed at him, or he fell down during this particular activity. Then his confidence is loose. So risk is high, again high. Okay. So these are the questions which we ask and we can answer it and we say नहीं यार बहुत risk है ये तो. ठीक है, like I say or you say hey when our kids are in the 5 7 8 age, we say okay, go and get a water for me. We never say go and get a coffee for me, because we know that if we allow him or allow them to be go to open the gas, put the fry pan, all the water and all things, it can be risky. Now in the same manner, if we deploy any change in the production system, we have to be evaluate the risk. ServiceNow provide two ways to evaluate the risk. And it is very important concept. Number one is the risk conditions. And number two is the risk. Risk conditions are the conditions which is given by ServiceNow out of the box. So ये OOTB होती है. Risk assessments are required the plugins. Let's discuss about the first part. अभी risk कैसे आ रहे हैं तीन. Come here and open the risk conditions. यहाँ गए, open it. मतलब जितना हमने इंसिडेंट एंड प्रॉब्लम में पढ़ा है ना, उतना अकेला वी हैव टू बी रीड इन द चेंज एंड मोर देन दैट ओनली. ठीक है. ServiceNow say that these are the 5 things which I may not ask you, but I will do in the background and give the risk parameter. क्या है रिस्क पैरामीटर? नंबर 1, इसको छोड़ दे, डेवऑप्स वाला हमारे नहीं है. Insufficient lead time. I say Hema, tomorrow you need to travel to India. So it's a very short period. This is a lead time. The chances you may miss out a lot of things which you or the stuff you need to be carried in your bag. Maybe you're not able to plan well because it's very emergency for you to be travel. So ServiceNow say if you are raising a change that is going to be deployed less than 3 days. So let's say if you're raising a change today and you want to deploy this change in the next 2 days, where the best practice says you need a 7 days at least, then it is a short lead time. तो कहता है अगर lead time short है तो risk तो high होगा ही होगा. Set the risk as a high and they put this condition. Plan start date is not empty and relatively on or before 3 days from now. आज से 3 दिन तक है बस. If I change it to the, if I'm raising a change today and I want to deploy on the 4, then this will not fulfill. क्यों? क्योंकि वो तो होगा नहीं फिर मेरा. This is the first risk condition given by ServiceNow. It is your homework. Go and read about these risk conditions. Very interesting topic. ठीक है. So you can use risk high. Impact you want to set? Yes, I want to put impact as a high. क्योंकि emergency है तो impact भी high होगा. अब कोई घूमने तो जाएगा नहीं emergency में, कुछ impact होगा तभी जा रहा होगा. ठीक है. And this order is very important. Shorter the order, execute first. If you want to put some conditions, you can do the scripting as well. But again, we avoid. So we are putting a condition. Start date is not empty. Start date is relative before 3 days from now. Maybe you can say 2 days from now. अगर आप आज रेस चेंज कर, आज एक रेस चेंज रिलीज कर रहे हैं एंड यू वांट टू डिप्लॉय इन टुमारो, बाय डिफॉल्ट रिस्क विल बी हाई. Then or the state is this. This is the first risk condition given by service now. Let me click on the update. Oh, insert stay क्यों हो गया ये? ठीक है. Second critical service change. If you are deploying a change on a service which is critical. Critical means अब कैसे पता चलता है critical? यहां जाओ, सर्विस पे क्लिक करते हैं. I am taking account access. If you see. तो यहां पर आपको इस फॉर्म पे आपको फील्ड मिलता है क्रिटिकलिटी. ये देखो ये ना, 3 है ना तो फर्क नहीं पड़ता. मान लीजिए someone is using a phone and its phone fell down. अब फोन ना होना क्रिटिकल सर्विस है, नंबर 1 प्रायोरिटी. तो व्हाट दे आर सेइंग, इफ यू डिप्लॉइंग अ चेंज ऑन अ क्रिटिकल सर्विस, क्योंकि यहां पर ना ये चेक नहीं कर सकते हम इजीली. सो व्हाट दे से यूजिंग द स्क्रिप्टिंग हियर. स्टेट वैल्यू जाओ, स्टेट की वैल्यू लेके आओ पहले और चेक करो कि स्टेट वैल्यू -5 तो नहीं है, या -4 तो नहीं है, -3 तो नहीं है. और CMDB CA क्लास में जाओ. एक तो ये स्टेट चेक करो कि कौन सी स्टेट में हूं मैं, 1. और इसकी क्लास लेके आओ. ये कौन सी क्लास है? बिजनेस सर्विस की क्लास क्या है? इट्स अ बिजनेस सर्विस. हाँ बिजनेस सर्विस है ना, हाँ तो ठीक है. ठीक. एंड सी कि उसका क्रिटिकलिटी या तो 1 हो या फिर 2 हो. अगर इन दोनों में से कुछ है तो इंपैक्ट 1 कर दो, रिस्क 2 कर दो. अगर क्रिटिकलिटी 2 है तो इंपैक्ट 2 कर दो, रिस्क 3 कर दो. ये अनदर वे है रिस्क कैलकुलेट करने का. इफ यू वांट you can create your own conditions as well. Let me click on the update and come back here. Critical service change, critical service affected, ये अलग है. चेंज मतलब कि जो प्राइमरी है ये वाला, ये अगर कोई CI मेरे रेटेड लिस्ट में जा रहा है then it is affected one. Same, they are using the same thing. लेकिन यहां पर ये अलग कंसेप्ट लेकर देखो. सर्विस affected by task means they are going and checking this part. यहां पर क्योंकि भाई वी आर रेजिंग अ चेंज एंड चेंज में इम्पैक्ट टू द मल्टीपल CIs. द वे वी आर चेकिंग द कॉन्फ्लिक्ट द सेम वे वी हैव टू बी चेक द सर्विसेज एज वेल. तो वो यहां पर जाके सर्विस चेक कर रहे हैं. अफेक्टेड बाय टास्क. करंट डेटाबेस व्यू है, सॉरी करंट मींस इट्स अ सर्वर साइड स्क्रिप्टिंग. जाता है चेक करता है और देखता है कि इसमें तो कोई ऐसा लिस्ट नहीं जो 1 पे हो. अगर है तो 2 and 1 सेट कर दो. You can do this part. Click on update. And no expected risk issue found. कुछ नहीं है, नॉर्मल. न्यू असेस में है, ठीक है. बाय डिफॉल्ट इट शुड बी 4 and 3 करके छोड़ दो. ठीक. So now if you change the if you change this thing, schedule of this particular change. ठीक है, अभी 3 है ना, इसको चेंज करते हैं हम. Let deploy it tomorrow. ठीक है. And save. Let's see what happened with the disk. This also get auto calculate always. यहाँ पे मैसेज भी आ देता है, अब आते नहीं है. अदरवाइज इट शो मैसेज. सो देखो अभी क्या है, रिस्क 3 दिखा रहा है. क्यों 3 दिखा रहा है? द रीजन बीइंग आई टेल यू, बिकॉज वी हैव ये सारे एक्टिव तो है ना. हाँ एक्टिव 2 है, ठीक है. शुड वर्क एक्चुअली लीड टाइम वाला, ठीक है. द रीजन बीइंग दैट इज द फर्स्ट वे टू कैलकुलेट द रिस्क. ठीक है. आई शो यू वन डायग्राम टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस पार्ट. ये देखो ये रिस्क कंडीशन से रिस्क कैलकुलेट होता है. इफ यू एक्टिवेटेड द प्लगइन एज वेल, तो ये दोनों को मिला के रिस्क कैलकुलेट करता है और उसमें जो हाईएस्ट होगा वो उसको शो करेगा. तो हमने अभी सिर्फ ये वाला पार्ट किया, ये वाला पार्ट हमने किया नहीं. तो व्हाट टू डू इन दिस केस, we have to be activate one plugin. यहाँ पे है क्या plugin का पेज? अपने रुको मैं आपको plugin दिखाता हूँ. ठीक है, change management. बहुत शान है. ठीक है, let scroll down here and come on this change management. और यहाँ पे मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ plugin risk वाला. देखो ये plugin out of the box, this plugin is not activated. We as a user need to be activated because now the question come, अतुल ये तो बहुत 4-5 क्वेश्चन ही है and these are the system generated things, means इसमें user को कुछ नहीं करना. User were putting the value and on the basis of that value it get calculated, but I want to be asked to the customer as well. Do you have any previous experience on this change? Is this change get failed in the last 6 months? Is the implementation plan is very much fine for you if we deploy with this? Do you need any support if the change get failed? ये क्वेश्चंस आप यहाँ पे आंसर नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि ये कंडीशंस है which auto calculated. But we are a human being, right? अब doctor, if you are not well, you go to doctor. The first thing by the doctor see you without any asking question, they can say, look like you have a normal viral. ये उसका condition था. But to do the proper assessment, he will ask you, okay, what you had done in the last night dinner? How are you feeling for the last 4 days? Have you having any fever as well? Is anybody got infected in your house as well? Have you taken a complete sleep as well? Have you taken shower during the winter nights or the nights as well? Have you using heating so much? So these are the questions he is asking to you. And these need to be answered by you only, not by the system. So to get these things, ServiceNow say I have a plugin which is called risk assessment. When you activate this plugin, let me load the demo data as well quickly. When you activate this plugin, it's very nice. You will see a new option coming in the change. Risk assessment. अगर ये plugin नहीं होगा तो ये वाला क्वेश्चन नहीं होता. फिर आता है रिस्क, फिर क्या आता है रिस्क कंडीशंस, नहीं फिर आता है रिस्क कैलकुलेशन. If you activate this plugin, so now what you can do, you can go in your PDI and don't activate this plugin and see what option you'll be saying. It's showing as I'm sure it will show risk calculation. Click on that, it will go in the background and it will get the results for you like this one. But now if you activated this part and click on this, it will open a form for you. And it's not a form, it's a pop-up window, UI page, where you can ask the question to the customers. See, does the change affect the critical business service? Somewhat. Have complex change with the complexities, this number of team involved? I said yes. How difficult to revert this change? It's too much difficult. See, अगर revert difficult इसका मतलब risk high है. Is there any redundancy plan? Means if this change get fail, do you have any plan to and our data center go down? Do you have any plan that how you can move the data or the users quickly to the other places? Okay, so you can say yes. It means yes मतलब कि plan है तो ठीक है, नहीं है तो risk high है. How difficult to verify the change? Is this deployed successfully, unsuccessfully? It's a difficult, means risk is high. And click submit. And now it will calculate the risk with the risk condition as well. And now you can see risk has been set to high and impact as a 1. क्यों? You want to see the details? Click here. देखो, कह रहा कंडीशन के रूल्स ही हाई थे पहले से, सबसे बड़ी बात. क्योंकि कंडीशन क्या चली? कंडीशन चली मेरी कि लीड टाइम ही नहीं है इसका, और इसने भी हाई दिखाया मुझे, और रिस्क कैलकुलेटेड स्कोर इज नल. ये पता नहीं, हाँ ये कहीं से आता था, मैंने I saw this thing option in the community. Okay, so this thing has been डन। तो इन दोनों को मिला के ये बात आ गई, ठीक है। नाउ इफ यू अतुल आई वांट टू बी चेंज द रिस्क क्वेश्चन और लेट्स से आई वांट टू बी चेंज द टाइमिंग्स, इसका ना टाइमिंग हम करते हैं यहाँ से 23rd एंड लेट्स डिप्लॉय दिस चेंज ऑन द नॉट टुमारो on 12th. Give ample time and see. And now let's see what happened. The only thing is that we have to be do the risk calculation again and again manually. System अपने आप नहीं करता. So now you can click on the calculate risk. अब दोबारा से calculate करके देखते हैं. And now you can see it's become 3. क्यों? You want to see the details? You can either click on this. See. Risk is high. क्यों? क्योंकि ये वो जो assessment है ये high पे चला गया अभी. Because my questions was answered like this. This is the one part of the risk assessment has been done. Am I clear? कोई doubt यहाँ तक?
I'm good. Thanks,
Okay.
Atul.
Now,
But
if I
are
come,
they, sorry, I have a,
good,
are
good,
they
good.
all dependent? Because I know change management is
Coming to that, coming to that.
okay.
Now the thing is that Atul, how this high get calculated? Answer तो कर दिया user ने, but how system will interpret that, right? That is the important point,
Right.
right? भाई answers तो आपने कर दिए, but how you say it's a high only? Why not say it's a medium? So to do this part, let's come back and see risk assessment. Every question which you answer has a value. And now you will see this. So it says risk assessment किस पे काम करना है, एक्टिव हो, टाइप, नॉर्मल, इमरजेंसी और स्टेट, इन तीनों में से हो तब यूजर्स को कर सकता है, ठीक है। दैट इज अ वन पार्ट. द इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट इज दिस रिस्क कैटेगरी. पहले मैं ये डिस्कस करता हूं, ठीक है. In this part, we are adding a category number 1, category 2, category 3, category 4. In this, I have a 5 question. देखो ये वही 5 क्वेश्चन जो हमारे हमने देखे. Affect critical of the business service. Click on this. कह रहा है इसका वेट है 1, ठीक. द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज अफेक्ट क्रिटिकल बिजनेस सर्विस, वेट इज 1, ठीक है. असेसमेंट, यू वांट टू डू असेसमेंट, डिफॉल्ट आंसर मैंने कहा नहीं मुझे असेसमेंट चाहिए. देयर आर सम प्लेसेस वेयर यू कैन गेट इट फ्रॉम द स्क्रिप्ट एज वेल, कि मेरे को यूजर से पूछना नहीं है. लाइक इफ अ चेंज इन द मेंटेनेंस विंडो देन डिफॉल्ट रिस्क इज लो, होता है ये भी, ठीक है. आई सेड असेसमेंट एंड दिस इज माय क्वेश्चन एंड if I scroll down, these are my value. Let me correct it a little bit. देखो ये अगर क्रिटिकल देते हो तो उसकी वैल्यू है 4, सम क्रिटिकल देते हो उसकी वैल्यू है 2, नॉट क्रिटिकल देते हो उसकी वैल्यू है 1. ये तो पहले क्वेश्चन के 3 आंसर में से ऑप्शन हो गए, ठीक है. बिकॉज सो इन द सेम मैनर इफ आई गो बैक, if I go back and now I'll come to the next question. Complexity of the change. Same thing, weightage 1 है इसकी, लेकिन क्रिटिकल, समर क्रिटिकल, इजी का स्कोर 4-1 है, ठीक है. कोई बात नहीं. लेट्स कम टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. रिडंडेंसी प्लान, इसमें 2 ही ऑप्शन थे, यस या नो, ठीक है. अब देखो अगर यस है तो वैल्यू 1 है क्योंकि रिस्क नहीं है, अगर नो है तो वैल्यू 3 है. सो व्हाट सिस्टम विल डू इन द बैकग्राउंड, when you fill the risk assessment, system will, the answer you pick up, system will pick up this value और उसको sum करता है, total करता है. After doing the total, it come here, यहाँ पर. So let's say we give an answer of the 5 questions. पहले का आंसर था let's say critical, वेटेज वैल्यू क्या है 1, दूसरे का आंसर मैंने दिया 3, तीसरे का दिया 4, पहले का दिया सॉरी फिर फोर्थ का दिया मैंने 1 एंड दिया 3. तो टोटल कितना हो गया 4 8 11 12. नाउ दिस 12 विल बी गो इन द थ्रेशोल्ड. यहां पे आ जाओ कि अगर 0 से 10 के बीच में है तो रिस्क लो है. अगर 11 से इसके बीच में है, सॉरी सॉरी उल्टा है ये, इसको ऐसे करते हैं, रुको. देखो ग्रेटर देन है, अगर 0 से बड़ा है लेकिन 6 से छोटा है तो लो. 6 से मोर देन 6 बट लेस देन 10 तो मॉडरेट है. अगर मोर देन 11 तो हाई है. तो हमारे केस में टोटल कितना बना 12.
12.
हाई, यस. अगर हमारे केस में ऐसे होता 1 2 3 6 7
7.
तो कितना बनता मॉडरेट, क्योंकि
Moderate.
6 से बड़ा होना चाहिए. This is what is this particular way. And if you want to put your own questions, you can either take it from the bank, or either bank means category bank, or you can come here and you can add your new question. More weightage you can put, means iska value impact karega sabko. The thing is that in the question we put weightage as a 111. If you put the weightage as a 10, means this question may impact the overall picture of the risk assessment as well. So I'll put LNG. Oh, let's say LNG mandatory. Yes, it's mandatory. Let me click on the save, and here you can question type. You want number or what you want? Number, yes, no. What you want? Choices you want, you can put it. You want to put the string, you can put it. You want to put some reference, you can put it. You want to put some serial scale, you can put it. And here you can do minimum this, maximum this. Let's say I want to put this minimum 5, and you want to calculate the score as well. Means this should be the correct answer for this numerical score. Okay, so we can do a lot of things on the risk assessment. The only fundamental is that once we calculate the risk, these two will be get calculated and the highest risk will come into the picture here. This is what is about the risk assessment. Interesting topic है, समझने वाला topic है, मजेदार topic है. You can do, and if you want, you can create the risk assessment in the here as well. Assessment, यहाँ पर. If I open this, it will give you the graphical format. But काम वही कर रहा है, same concept है इसमें भी. Going to change risk only, and now you can drag and drop as well. कि आपको क्या चाहिए? You want A, B, C, D, what you want? Or you want to open the previous assessment, you can open it. Or you want to create a new assessment, you can create it. Let's say I want to create the LNG. You want attachment? Okay. You want choices? Okay. You want number? Okay. Up to you what you want. You want rating? This thing. So you can do it. And in the background, you have to be do like this, the way we have this. You want to calculate some score, you want to calculate some values, kind of things, template, yes, no, boolean, multi-selection, you can do at your side. This is what is the risk assessment in service now, in change management, not in service, on the change management. Doubt, question, and clarification.
Good so far, Tul.
But interesting topic, right?
Yeah,
Good.
it's interesting.
Okay, chili. We'll take a break now and we'll stop the recording.